Abusua ene Dr. Zaato ene Martin Kpebein asena akohia bio ewo TV3 show no so abusua ene enya asem ketwa akora na fefe no the we are Dr. Zaato in the political space in abusua all common emotion no abusua. This man is very brilliant, he's very intelligent. Utie ne submissions na abusua ene omabedwafo ho ahyehye wo ewo show no so ane ode Martin Kpebein ne enya asem ketwa na abusua ya na de man ye dead na say obedu baby na chese asem na ye kanu masa tenyama o mo ho ne ne ya yen hwede new yen kasa ntia obia but point line se na abusua totona mu no enye easy kra na abusua. I don't know why Martin Kpebein say no ye nim stand so ye neutral so ye den but you know me no a wo hwe me nyina ni the stance of Martin Kpebein ni baby agujina na pishina utini because ora no ka ho odi ora na chi edi ora na chi na no ba bi su wo ho say no he's disappointed with the worker attorney general na timi aye afa ora na wona bishia say minim de nti omani abretintinia fe say Dr. Bawumia ebedi MPP party na ti elia MPP beti mi alusu na minim so chira waju comment section. Is it that so musuru Dr. Bawumia nti na omo crazy that agenda? Oh, if you bring Bawumia back, NDC will win again. Bawumia is not a good candidate near the day. And Dr. Zaato say mu how partners thing. More krana sak now. You know who nipo be the NDC party name. So why are you thinking say Monko you have so much superior power set? Say candidate bia or more the beba say ye Bawumia will say ye NDC mobile winning because Bawumia is seen as a weak candidate and anon global input analytics Musa down report or the buyer or not also be kind the same thing. So Dr. Bawumia bar and the NPP will lose for the second time. I was like this in one as is or by the party then you ma the new do and as they say no Kurana young call 1 year crown there has been some sort of internal politics that echo or party new as they say no Kurana may any of their candidate or baby and I wish and said your moon or so funny better and I was in a clash in a steer that is our no champagne in a bit. It's a wide automatic and I blame to be
say I will not. You used to say we will not. It does look. America just voted for an 80-year or 79-year-old vote. So if you say we the Gen Zs, you whom and Donald Trump won the Gen Z vote. So say I will not vote for him. Everybody knows. Nobody expects to vote for him. That is one thing. Two, you said something about agric. I'm happy you started there. Last year by this time in Tumu, my hometown of Tumu, where we produce the best maize in Sisala land. If you sold 1 bag of fertilizer, maize, you can buy 1 bag of fertilizer. That was a fact. Today, you need at least 2 bags of maize to buy 1 fertilizer. What is the economic improvement there? What's the benefit there? So if you go and talk to farmers now, the economy that they left, is better than, in fact, not only that, if you go to Tumuna, there's a glut of maize in Sisala land, they can't get anybody to buy. So if you start with agric, that agric, whatever it is, it was better, the agric economy was far better than the current economy they have too. There's also this theory wrong about the fact that the voting patterns depend upon how good or bad the government performs. In 2008, J.A. Kufuor had performed a miracle for this country. He took a HIPIC economy, and by the time J.A. Kufuor was leaving office, the economy was considered a middle-income economy. He performed excellently, every indicator. All the best social interventionist policies we have in Ghana now were introduced by J.A. Kufuor. Name them: school feeding, mass transport, cocoa spraying, all of them. Mass. He did some mass cocoa spraying. What I'm saying, I'm making a point. Yeah. So almost all
because
the big,
you were listing
all the best social interventionist policies that this country started. NIA, National Insurance.
I want to take out the cocoa spray.
Okay, so take it out
because that was
okay. Metro mass. I'm talking about metro mass. I'm talking about school feeding. I'm talking about national health insurance. These are the bedrocks of the social intervention policy we have today. Kufuor introduced them. NIA. Oh, I mean, we can't say NIA. PSS, was he president? Was he the one who implemented? And he was the one who implemented. So he was the one who implemented it.
Let's round up on this.
Was he the one who implemented it? Was he the one who implemented it? No, I'm telling you the policy. So he did all that.
No.
Kufuor brought the economy from a HIPIC economy to a middle-income economy. But they still lost the elections. So losing an election has absolutely nothing to do with the economy. The economy that Biden That's why I always give local examples and foreign examples. Biden's economy was 10 times better than the economy Trump left. But Trump still won the election. Trump was considered unelectable, was not good. But Trump came back. So my point is, every election is different. Okay. So to pontificate that, you will not vote for because Bawumia lost election, he won't win again. It's not supported by any data at all or by any political theory or logic. Say you won't vote for him, we understand. Say you will support him, we understand. Okay. Say you will vote for the NDC candidate, we support him. But to then try to extrapolate that and then try to see things you can impose on the Ghanaians that we will not vote, we won't do that. You are who? You have one vote, everybody has one vote.
Okay.
And the records indicate. We've seen, look, so far, we have a very anonymous vice president. You realize that?
You don't believe
do you
that?
know why they cannot somebody else's view?
You others will see her do other things.
What Dr. Bawumia has achieved, his policies, they are ringing policies right now, all over this country, right now, that are being implemented by this government, that were born out of the hard work he did. He himself will tell you he fought battles, he lost some, he won some. And then if you look at it, then you begin to realize how he was one of the most phenomenal, one of the most transformational vice presidents. Okay. And Ghana will be very safe in Dr. Bawumia's hands. Right. And that's it. And as I said, I made this the last time. I sit here and I look at the NDC's bench. I look at the people, the NDC's bench, at a Folsom, the sitting vice president, Haruna Idrisu, General Mosquito. You yourself even said General Mosquito doesn't have the finance to be a president. You said something. I know. Yeah. None of those stand a chance against Dr. Bawumia. His stellar performance, he will beat all of them. They are all lightweights and they are all rookies.
Okay, thank you.
Discount it. We can't discount it. You know, the figures hardly lie. So at 44%, well, what surprises me, and I've said it ad nauseum, but you know, they are tone deaf. They should have seen that the last election speaks volumes. That's even putting it mildly. We should be using a stronger term. Maybe I'll get it. A man who went to the elections and got 41-point-something%, right? And the context is that he had supported President Kufuor to unleash terror, famine, death, so much misery on Ghanaians. Such a candidate doesn't appeal to the voter. You see, what we should be looking at is, do you have a candidate who appeal to floating voters like me? That is where they should be looking at. And so, this one is like they are tickling themselves and laughing. Bawumia won't appeal to floating voters. No.
The large floating voter population.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
if you look at it, it's actually the floating voters who decide elections.
Exactly. You see, you take it roughly that each party has about 45%. You see, even this time, Bawumia did less. He got 41-point-something. So some MPP members even drifted this across. Last week, I said it. Well, people say it was too strong when I said Bawumia would never be president of Ghana. I was just saying it as it should be said because it's so glaring that with the kind of economic mismanagement Bawumia can't stand for himself. He's not a principled man.
Why do you say that?
Let me show you the NDA. Common NDA. Bawumia comes from the north. Look, the time I just saw that Bawumia is spineless is that Bawumia, you come from the north. NDA. Professor Anamzoya, then Dr. Anamzoya, wrote to you that, look, people are stealing funds from NDA. Your own north, where you come from, they are stealing funds from NDA. Bawumia did nothing. Anamzoya was just lucky that somehow he found me, and then I took the case to the OSP. Today, the 4 persons are before court. At least OSP is done very well. We've crossed the prima facie stage, so now they've opened their defenses.
Right.
We've not said they are guilty. Nobody can say so. It's the judge who will say so. But we are within our rights to say that our money was leaving for unlawful purposes. So we're eventually going to take about 21 million. So nobody's pronouncing guilt, but we're saying that where it was going, the contracts had been overinflated, etc. And then you remember Rosemont, the lady who worked with Bawumia. Rosemont, is it Apia or something? The lady who, a few days to the elections, she came out, she worked with Bawumia. Some Bawumia can't stand firm. Anything they come, he tries to please everybody. And like they say, if you want to please everybody, then go sell ice cream. If you want to please everybody, go sell ice cream. So look, for me, the core thing is that once MPP came into power and Bawumia couldn't deliver that economic magic, they said they would transform the economy within 18 months. What did Bawumia think he was doing when he kept echoing that 18 months? And was it rocket science? All it took was for us to what? Ramp up agriculture. Yes, they brought planting for food and jobs, but it's not sufficient. Okay. It's not sufficient to cause that transformational change. And look, this structure of our economy has been there for decades. Though, yes, now services, over a decade now, services is bigger. It's bigger. It's the biggest chunk. But you can't run away from the fact that if you want to transform the Ghanaian economy, agriculture is pivotal because, look, we spend billions on what? Food, rice, oil, poultry. You see the Nkukon Kitinkiti project that the current government has introduced. That's a Feed Ghana. We hope with years it will do something. So please, the current administration too has to watch because they say they are doing Feed Ghana. They have to make sure that they put in enough resources to transform. Because
so that's one of the areas which will influence your vote in 2028?
Yes. But one thing too is very clear. Yes, economy, democracy, etc. Yes, I'll be very rational, is the performance. But so far from the track records, where Bawumia is coming from, he's way behind. I don't know, because he's in opposition now. So I don't know what he can do to, overturn his own figures. So that's why the logic is that unless this current government performs worse than the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, Bawumia can't be president. And then by 2032, he'll be too old. 69, 70. We are not going to take chance. You see the Gen Zs, we want fresh blood. We want fresh blood.
Yourself as
so
Gen Z?
Using Bawumia for 2028, it doesn't add up because he doesn't stand a dog's chance. He doesn't stand because the figures they have, the economic mismanagement they unleashed on Ghanaians. That's why he'll be taken to 2028. So he's so tainted, he's not sellable. Bawumia is not sellable.
Well, you make that forceful point, but it still remains your view. Right.
Oh, but it's reflected in the elections. You see the 1.6 million votes difference. It tells you that they did far worse than JM did. Let's not forget, in 2016, we threw out JM. We're very clear that JM didn't qualify. He didn't have the necessary credentials to be president. Little did we know that we're going to have a worse set of candidates. That's Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. So much so that now JM looked like an angel. So for JM to look like an angel and to win the 2024 election, that tells you the extent to which MPP sank this country.
So
they sank us because remember 2016, we're very clear that no, JM cannot leave this country. The same thing we're saying, no, we said this man is not qualified. This is Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. We need men of stature, men who have, beaten a path, men who have succeeded in life, and Akufo-Addo appeared to be that person. No, it was all a hype. We brought in Akufo-Addo. Bawumia made a few speeches. Like they say, talk is cheap. Now they say, walk the talk. He couldn't walk. So if you want to see the extent to which MPP sank us, it's in one sentence. JM, who in 2016 looked very horrible, very bad, now look like an angel.
Okay. Well, Dr. Zaato,